Thank you all so much for joining me today. It is Friday, which means it is our weekly group coaching session. And all this week, we have been talking about how to actually be a successful high level affiliate. So, we talked about how to set up your accounts, how to automate your processes. And I broke down, do you want to be a high level affiliate? Do you want to resell the white label version? Do you want to do a hybrid? That's what we discussed this week in the training and open office hours. So today is the really good part. Today we talk about, okay, the whole system is all set up, but how do you actually promote it? How do you get leads to your high level affiliate link? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to give you some real examples. I'm actually going to show you something that I'm using to get leads as well. So I want to go ahead and let Andrew in here, and then I'll share my screen and we'll go ahead and get started. And then, of course, we'll open it up for questions. All right. Make sure I can still see everyone. Okay. So, if you are not a member of our reseller program or high level and you would like to sign up, you can actually sign up for high level here using my affiliate link. And then if you're a current high level customer, you can sign up here directly to our reseller program. If you have questions or you want to just access all the free resources, you can join the free community here. All right, so let me walk through some examples here about high converting Facebook examples ads, right? So, of course, we can run ads to our high level affiliate link, but you don't want to just say, get a free trial of high level, okay? We, as high level affiliates, we are still business owners. We have our own business. And for example, my business is I'm an automations coach, right? So I have a business called My Vision Agency, and I teach you guys how to use tools to automate your business processes. Now, in that, I use high level, so I promote high level. That's one of the ways that I monetize. But like I just showed you on my website, if someone is already a high level customer, then they sign up directly through me and my program. Okay. So I really wanted to not make this so informational per se, like where I'm just talking to you, but I wanted to show you some real examples of things that you can, like ads that you can create. Okay. So the first thing, we're not promoting high level directly. You're not going to go to Facebook and run an ad and say, create a free trial of high level. You can, but not that many people surprisingly know about high level. It seems to us because we're all in the ecosystem that everybody knows about high level. But the reality is a lot of business owners don't. So when you say create a high level, create a free trial of high level, they're kind of like, I don't really know what that is. So it's up to you to explain that. So the way that you can explain that is by creating valuable content that solves specific problems for your high level customers. So even if you're a high level affiliate, you can still choose a niche. You can still do everything that you're doing as if you are promoting your own white label brand. The only difference is when you're showing the solution, it can be your business or it can be high level. So it just depends on where you're sending them. Okay. So what we want to do is actually we want to create that content that solves their problem. And then we want to invite them in our free community. Okay. So we're utilizing the 4-hour workday strategy. We're using the community and we're going to create that training, put it in the community, and then we're promoting that training inside of our community where they're going to get access. They're going to see that training, but they're also going to see all the other training and resources that you have available there in the free community. We really want to encourage them to be educated about high level, and we can do that by just simply giving them access to all the tutorials and all these things. And of course, we are available in the community to answer any questions. But by the time they get in there and they have reviewed the resources, they are so much further along the customer journey, so much closer to becoming an actual buyer, as opposed to just, someone opting in for an ebook and then, they get the email and then you're pretty much done. You just hope that they open your emails that you're sending in the future. So that process is actually what builds the trust and it demonstrates the value of high level with all of those tutorials and with you. Because if you are creating the tutorials, then you are the face of the business. You become the person that they know, like, and trust. Okay. So, step one, we're creating the value ad. Okay. In the ad, we are giving access to the community. And then, of course, we're promoting high level as the tool we're using to create the solution. So, we have, let's talk about the specifics of Facebook ads. So, a lot of these things are subjective. A lot of people may have differing ideas. This has just been what's successful for me. Okay. Now, I don't like to use images that look like an ad. I love to, and I'm going to show you some real world examples here, but I love to just create images that are kind of like scroll stopping, just normal images. They may look AI, but they're just normal images. And I don't like it to look like an ad. Okay. So that's part of it. And here's some examples. So, and the reason that this says right here, Facebook users are trained to scroll past anything that looks like an ad. And I know I do this all the time, which is what made me want to not do it myself. So if you're just using, like, creating an ad that basically looks like a post, you'll just get more traction that way. So some examples like phone screenshots, showing results, behind the scenes photo, or raw unpublished like proof images. Okay. Then we have, show real results, not promises. So people are skeptical of marketing claims, but respond to proof. So actual screenshots of results and earnings, real metrics and specific numbers, authentic testimonials with faces. Also create a pattern interrupt, right? So the average Facebook user scrolls through 300 feet of content daily. To stop the scroll use, you have to create an unexpected visual for them to, maybe a question, before and after comparison, curiosity driven images. And then we want to focus on the problem, not the product. This is so important. We are not resellers of funnel builders, a CRM, workflows and automations, email campaigns. Okay. We are problem solvers. So we need to present and focus on the problem and the solution, not just all the features in high level. So remember, though, this whole process, the goal is to invite them to the free community. So it doesn't matter if you're running ads or you're creating organic posts or you just create a video while you're in the car talking about something funny that happens. Everything that you do, your goal, your only call to action is join my free community. It can be for this training you've created for this specific ad. It can be for another training that you had previously. It can be for an ebook that you've created a post and uploaded to. It could be for another affiliate link. For example, with Whitelabel Suite, I have an exclusive offer through them where if you use my free, if you use my affiliate link, you get 500 free leads. So it could be how to get 500 free leads. Join my community and find out, right? So everything that we're doing, join the community to get whatever it is that we're promising. So here's an example of an ad that you could run for the AI employee. Okay. So here is this beautiful woman here, simply frustrated. You can tell she looks so frustrated. And when I look at this, I think, oh, I've seen myself looking like that before. And she's looking at a laptop. And so instantly, if I'm scrolling through Facebook, I want to know, what is this about? And then here's the title. I was drowning in admin work until I discovered this AI hack. What if I told you could hire an AI employee who never calls in sick, works 24/7, and costs less than $50 a month? Meet Sarah. She hired her first AI employee last month, and it's already handling 80% of her customer inquiries. Now she's finally taking that vacation she's been postponing for 3 years. I'm hosting a free training this week showing exactly how she did it, step by step. No coding, no complicated setup, just simple tools that work. Join the free community. So why does this work? It's the emotional connection. So again, you're seeing the business owner and she looks frustrated. Now, if you're targeting the audience who's business owners, every business owner on the planet has experienced frustration. Okay. Now, the story approach, we're using a first person narrative that feels like a friend sharing advice rather than a company selling. And then we're clearly identifying the pain point. So, drowning in admin work before introducing the solution. And then we have a low friction call to action, which is the free community, right? We're not selling anything. We're just saying, hey, if you want to discover the secret of this AI hack, join the free community. Now, what could that be that we're promising? It could be a simple demo that you've created about the AI employee. Okay, done. The next one, business automation. So, we want to focus on business automation, and we've created a training to explain how to automate your business processes, any of them. Do you want to show how to, add a form to your website or a chat widget and then the workflow that you could follow up with those leads coming in? That could be the training that you're showing. Then we have this image here, the again frustrated business owner looking like she's got people asking her questions all day. And it says, I was working 80 hours, 80-hour weeks until I found this business automation secret. Last year, I was drowning, running my business, meant answering the same questions 50 times a day, manually sending follow ups, and staying up until 2 a.m. just to keep up. That is something we've all felt at points in our business. Then I discovered a 3-step automation system that literally cut my workflow in half. I'm not exaggerating. I went from 80-hour weeks to 40-hour weeks in just 21 days. I'm sharing my exact automation blueprint in a free training this Thursday, no tech background needed. And do you also see it's not saying, look at my private jet that I bought because I'm only working an hour a day? And, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be a 6-figure business owner to have discovered how to automate your own processes. So we have the relatable struggle, which is the overwhelmed entrepreneur. We have specific results, which is concrete numbers, 80-hour weeks to 40-hour weeks in just 21 days. And then we have the personal narrative, which is the storytelling with a clear before and after transformation that people can envision for themselves. And then the urgency mentions a specific day, so Thursday for the training, and encourages them, of course, to sign up. Now, another example is lead generation automation. So if that's what you're promoting, here is this, again, a frustrated business owner. I was spending $2,000 a month on ads with 0 leads until I tried this. Okay, so if you read that, you're like, whoa, that's happened to me before. I was spending $2,000 a month on ads with 0 leads. Now, what is this solution? So for 6 months straight, I threw money at Facebook ads trying to get leads for my consulting business. Nothing worked. I was ready to give up. Then a friend showed me her automated lead system. I was skeptical but desperate. I implemented it over the weekend, and within 3 days, I had 27 qualified leads in my inbox while I slept. I refined the system over the last year, and now I'm teaching it for free in our community. No more chasing clients. They come to you. Again, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to tout all of your crazy results. This is just you saying, this is what I did for myself, and I want to share with you how I did it. So why does this work? The financial pain point, specific financial loss. So $2,000 a month in ads. Concrete results. So we're providing specific numbers, 27 qualified leads in 3 days. Quick implementation. So we're saying over the weekend. And then social proof element, meaning mentions learning from a friend. Okay. So now we have another example, the customer service AI. This sweet little lady, she's saying, my customer service team quit. Then this AI saved my business. I don't know really if I would use this sweet lady, but she definitely looks sweet. Last month, my entire customer service team quit on the same day. That would be horrific. I panicked. With 200 plus customer messages coming in daily, I was about to lose everything I'd built over 5 years. Out of desperation, I tried an AI customer service system a colleague recommended. I was terrified it would sound robotic and make things worse. Instead, customers started emailing to say how amazing our support had become. Response time went from 24 hours to 2 minutes, and I saved $8,700 a month in staffing costs. So, the crisis narrative, there's the emergency situation. All of her customer service team quit in the same day, what happened there? But specific savings. So we're saying or this is what I saved, $8,700 a month, right? And then the customer validation. So customers themselves noticed the praise and improvement of service. Dramatic improvement. So highlights the stark contrast in response time, 24 hours to 2 minutes, to demonstrate transformative impact. We have example 5. I closed more deals in my sleep than my competitor did all month. Last quarter, I was about to close my business. I had great products but couldn't convert website visitors into customers. My conversion rate was a pathetic 0.8%. Then I discovered an automated sales system that literally works while I sleep. I was skeptical, but desperate enough to try it. Within 2 weeks, my conversion rate jumped to 4.7%. That's nearly 6x more sales without any extra work. I'm sharing exactly how I set this up in a free training this week. No technical skills required. So, why does this work? The competitive angle, which is the headline creates competitive intrigue by comparing results to competitors, appealing to business owners' desires to outperform. The specific metrics, so the exact conversion rates, and we're giving the numbers, passive income appeal, so while I sleep, and then the multiplication effect highlights the 6x improvement. We have another example here. I fired my social media manager and my engagement went up 327%. Now, this guy looks happy. He looks like he made a great decision. I used to spend $3,500 a month on social media manager who posted twice a week across my accounts. The results were meh, but I didn't have time to do it myself. I think every business owner has felt like that at some point. Then I discovered an AI system that now runs all 10 of my social media accounts. It creates engaging posts, responds to comments, and even analyzes what's working. My engagement is up 327%, and I'm spending $0 on management. I'm showing exactly how I set this up in a free training this Thursday, even if you're completely non-technical like me. So what would be the tool that we would be showing how to use in our community? The social media planner. You could even incorporate the AI in there. You could incorporate the templates. If you created a whole niche specific 365-day social media plan, that's easily uploaded into the system, and you could do that in a matter of minutes for them. So why does this work? The financial impact. We're talking about specific cost savings, specific results. We talk about the percentage. Proactive headline, I fired my social media manager. Urgency element, the specific day. Are you guys noticing a pattern here? We have email marketing with AI, okay? What would we teach here? How to write emails using AI within the email editor, right? This guy looks really, really happy. He looks like he just solved a problem. So it says, my email list was dead until I tried this AI trick. For 2 years, I sent weekly emails to my list of 4,300 subscribers. Open rates, a pathetic 12%. Click rates, even worse at 0.8%. I was ready to give up on email marketing. Then I discovered an AI email system that completely transformed my results. Now my open rates are 47%. Click rates hit 9.2%. That's over 11x more clicks without writing a single word, and so on. Make sure that I let Maria and Andrea in here. Sorry, ladies. So why does this ad work? The specific metrics, we're using exact numbers again. Multiplication effect, talking about 11x improvement. Time-saving appeal, we're including 5 minutes. And then the curiosity gap, we're saying it's a trick. Now, appointment booking automation. What could this video be about? About how to set up a calendar and then how to set up all the reminders. I lost 47 potential clients last month until I fixed this one thing. I was hemorrhaging money. Potential clients would call, get my voicemail. And by the end, I called back. They'd already hired someone else. I was losing $12,000 a month plus in revenue every month just from missed calls and scheduling chaos. I'm not going to read all this to you because I'm going to give you this template. So if you want to use it, rebrand it, whatever you want. But I wanted you to have this as an example. And you can see, again, we're not saying that we are masters of the universe. We are just saying, hey, this is what I did, and I'm going to create a video and teach how to do it if you want to sign up for my free community. All right. Again, we're saying the specific financial loss, the exact revenue, dramatic improvement, massive transformation, relatable pain points, and we're saying phone tag and missed calls. And then the concrete results, we're providing specific numbers. All right, two more, you guys. Here we go. One bad review almost destroyed my business until I discovered this. And I won't read this all to you. But again, this training would be reputation management. And you guys, all of these tools we have inside of HighLevel, all you have to do is just demo it. Just show how easy it is to set up and then why they want to go ahead and use your affiliate link to sign up. Okay. If you are promoting your white label brand, it's the same thing. You're just going to, instead of saying, we're using HighLevel, you're going to say, I'm using My Vision Agency, or I'm using, whatever you call your white label brand. So, crisis narrative. So, business threatening situation. We have the financial impact again. We have dramatic transformation, and then we have the competitive victory. Example number 10, business analytics automation. So what are we showing here? We could be showing the Facebook ad analytics. There's so many. The dashboard, all the dashboard could be all the analytics. So I almost lost my business because I ignored this number. All right. And then it goes into talking about how that could happen. Near disaster story, hidden danger, specific savings, and then predictive power. So what we want to do here is we want to make sure that we're focusing on value first training. Okay. So again, whether you're promoting your affiliate link or your own white label brand, same process. We're using specific numbers because that's concrete results. It builds credibility. We're addressing pain points, your specific frustrations for your target audience. Low friction CTA. So again, that's that free community. This is why I'm such a fan of the free community, because you have basically one system that you're sending the traffic to, and all you need to do to create a new lead magnet is just create a post. Now you're just sending them to that post within the community where all the other things are. Implementation tips. Test multiple headlines, use custom audiences, create nurture sequence, and then track your metrics. Okay, so I'm going to X out of this. I want to share this with you guys here. Let me get the template. Here we go. Create a template link. And I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to put this in the chat. All right, so you guys can have that. Now, let's talk about actually placing the ad, though, and then I want to take your questions. Let me let Lori in. All right. So we talked about how to create the ad, and you can actually create ads here inside of the Whitelabel AI Ads Manager as well. But I'm just going to click here to create a Facebook ad. And all I put in here is basically what I was going to put in the post, and then that just tells the system what it is that you're talking about. You can choose here if you want to do conversions. And I do say it's easier to run Facebook ads. If you've never run ads before, I prefer Facebook and YouTube for running ads. Facebook, I feel, is very beginner friendly. Not that running ads is beginner friendly, but beginner friendly in the sense that it's the basics, right? So you really just need to get the Facebook. Almost everybody has Facebook, probably already have a business account, but it's fairly, simple to set up. So we want to track conversions, or you can use a lead form if you want to, but you can track conversions. I already have this pixel set up, and I'm going to actually show you next week how to set this up, how to create your pixel, how to get it set up for conversions so that your leads are actually being tracked inside of your HighLevel dashboard. Okay. So I'm choosing conversions, the pixel that I want to use, and then what the conversion goal is. Okay. So I have all of that selected. I'm adding in here the description of what I'm actually talking about. I can click here if I want to edit my prompt, or it can stay the same there. But you'll see once you click generate, then it's actually going to create the content. Okay. So let's go ahead and I just didn't want it to really mess up my flow here, but we'll let it go ahead and generate. And it's actually choosing the images here. So based off of the description that I have added, it's actually giving stock images that I can use instead. Now, the stock images, I honestly have never run an ad, so I don't know the success of using these stock images. I just always really want to use my own. So you have these images here. You can certainly test it out. I'm not saying that they don't work. I just have not done that. I've always created my own. So you can select the images here. You can see all of the different options here. You can choose from ones you uploaded, Facebook posts. I mean, you have all of these options. You can use AI to create the images if you want to. And then you'll see that the content has already been created here. All right. We can choose the audience. And if you want to click here, you can actually choose the targeted interests. You can choose a lookalike audience, or you can actually retarget people that have already engaged with your business page or a list of customers that you have. You can use AI targeting. You can choose your business location. You want to add your website there and then choose your budget. Now, once you have, also, let me tell you this. You can also see the different ad creations because it creates A/B split tests instead of, you having to create all this yourself. It shows all of the images, it shows all the headlines, all of the content, that the tool chose all of that for us. Okay. Now, what I like to do, like I said, I like to use my own. I just started this ad yesterday, so it's kind of a higher cost per conversion. But you can see here that, so far I've spent $45. I'm getting a very high click-through rate here. And if you want to analyze this, you'll see for click-through rate, because if you're new to ads, maybe you don't even know what a great click-through rate is or what you should be expecting. So it will tell you here that a click-through rate, and this is Facebook, what we want is 1.75%. But you can see I'm actually exceeding that by 615%. Then we have the cost per click. And you can see on Facebook, we want a cost per click of a max $1.80, and I am actually getting 68 cents. All right. You see I have the 6 conversions here. Here's the cost per conversion. You can see how it all breaks down here. And then as the ad is going through, you'll see day 1. And then since now it's day 2, we're moving into this area here. And then by week 2, it's a good testing time to see if the ad is performing. And if it is not performing well, it will actually suggest things that you can do to make it perform better. Now, if I go here, you'll see the actual ad that I'm running here, which I think this is so funny. But so you'll see I don't have anything. I'm just talking about statistics for AI. And if you're afraid to start using it, then you're behind in the times, right? And then I have this little baby crying. I have a woman crying, and I have a man crying, just to see which ones. You can see here the primary text, it breaks it down. All of the headlines, it also tells you which one is performing better. All of the different images, which image is performing better. And then, of course, the optimization, which it does take a while to gather all of that data. Now, when you are running this ad, you can see what my actual ad, there's the images here. And if you want to see what this, I'll just read to you one of these ads so you can see what I posted. Okay. Colby News just reported the truth. The number one skill employers want right now is AI literacy, not people skills, not sales experience, not leadership, AI literacy. So, why are people still out here crying about how AI is going to replace their job? Let me break it down. Complaining is not a career strategy, fear is not a plan, pride doesn't pay the bills. If you're hating on AI in 2025, you're not a deep thinker or a brave resistor. You're just being loud, lazy, and left behind. Jobs aren't being taken by AI, they're being taken by people who know how to use it. The economy is evolving whether you like it or not. And while you're stuck in the past, others are building wealth, freedom, and opportunity using the exact tools you're afraid of. Here's the truth: no one's going to wait for you to get comfortable. No one's going to reward you for being stuck in your ways. And no one's handing out job security for stubbornness. Wake up, learn the tools, stop watching the future pass you by. Ready to evolve? Join a free community now for 50 plus on demand training videos, live help 4 days a week, and instant access to 60 plus AI tools that you can use today. And then my website URL. That is the ad that I'm running. You can see all of the different variations that the ad is created. I have you'll see the different descriptions here that the ad is creating split tests of. And then you can also see the different headlines here. and then all of these images. So when you add those different variations, that's what it's using to create the split test. And then, of course, you can see all of that here. And if I was running to different platforms, I would be able to see what it looked like on all the different platforms. So the reason it creates that A/B split test is because when you go to check your ad and the performance, it's telling you which is the best one. And then if you have chosen optimization, it will actually move your ad spend to the best performing ad for you. So you don't have to come back in here and babysit the ad. You just look at the analytics and results, and then you see if the ad is working for you or not. All right, you guys, that was a lot of talking. I'm ready to hear what you have to say now. You guys have any questions about this?
No, but I'm excited about next week.
Yay! All right.
Yeah. I really want to go to that pixel class and get it all down because I do run a lot of ads to play.
Yeah, we definitely do want to track the conversions because every time you have a conversion, that tells the Facebook algorithm that this is the type of people who are engaging with the ads. So it tells the AI all of that. And so we definitely want to make sure that we're tracking that. Otherwise, it's kind of like we're throwing money at, what do they say? Taking money off the table.
Yeah, but now Play has really gotten sophisticated with that platform. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
I have to go back to from the beginning because even though it's still very easy, and the last platform was a lot easier, but now they really got sophisticated. They put a lot of good stuff there that I have to go step by step,
Mhm.
especially on the AI part, because the AI
Yeah.
does a lot there. They even have an ad editor that you could, manipulate the actual presentation of the image and stuff like that. Really
Mhm.
sophisticated.
Yeah, they have just grown leaps and bounds. I always laugh about all of the development that they're doing because it's like I compare it to high level. It's like high level and play, they are both companies are like maniacs when it comes to developing and releasing features and all of that. So it's really a good sign that the company is still developing and still moving at crazy paces and improving everything. It's a great sign that they're not going anywhere. We're in a good place.
And also, Whitelabel ads just came out with some outstanding setup. I mean, it's incredible. It's hard to catch up, but it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. The best thing that I love about it is that I am so far from an ads expert. I could place the ad and all of that. It's just sometimes it gets a little weird, like when it comes to managing the ad. Like, how do you know if if it's really a good ad? And I love how they add those little tips in there to tell you, like, this is what we're looking for. And it's basically the system is managing the ad for you. It's moving the ad spend, it's adding new keywords, it's removing keywords. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to worry about the audience and then eliminating audience and, all of that stuff is done for you with the software. You guys have any other questions or anything?
Yeah, and the cost per click. I mean, it's the most excellent stuff. I was
Yeah.
getting cut for impressions. Now I know how much I actually paying for click, and
Yeah.
I get as low as 2 cents. And because I'm advertising, Latin countries, 2 cents, 1 cent is a click, 3 cents a click is the most expensive I have paid, which is
Mhm.
pretty good.
Yeah, and it's like clicks are cool, but clicks don't convert to sales. It's like the minimum. What we want to do is really focus on the leads because the leads become the sales. Like if you're running Facebook ads and like someone likes the ad, that's considered a click. So we don't really want we don't I mean, we definitely obviously there's layers to it, right? So it's like they have to click to be able to become a lead, but they have to become a lead to be able to come a sale. So we definitely want to make sure that we're focusing on the different stages because we can run ads and we could run really good ads and they could get a lot of engagement. But if no one is becoming a lead, then essentially we wasted money.
Definitely. The good thing is that now we actually know when people are thinking. I really like your new approach. Forget doing a seminar. Join my community and
Yeah.
then you'll find a seminar there. Just direct everyone to the community. So
Yep.
you get a new member, they get to experience some of the stuff, and they get a video that they were looking for. I really
Yeah.
like that approach.
Yeah. Then they're in your system. They can see all of it.
Exactly. They're in your system now, and now they can experience some of the stuff. Really good.
Yeah.
Really. We just got to pack that community with a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. For sure. But like I said, even if you have one video, if you just got started, you could even put, and here's what I would do as well. And I was talking to somebody else about this too. If you have a brand new community, no one's in it, and you only have one video, I would make that a pro and not a con. I would bring it up and I would say, we just launched our brand new community for Hispanic entrepreneurs living in Mexico who want to, start an AI business working from home all over the world, whatever you want to call it. We just started this new community. And for the first 100 people, they're going to get an extra special bonus, and it's going to be whatever.
So I was planning to do a webinar on
Yeah.
on how to get your company online without having to hire an agency. And I'm working on this webinar. I spoke with you the last time, and I'm gonna use Canva for the PowerPoint presentation, and then I was gonna add the videos from this script, which is pretty good. And you have to go to a live webinar. But now I'm thinking maybe I just create a webinar and put it in the community and direct. I could run ads for, hey guys, if you want to know how to get your company online, just join my community and they find the video. What do you think? I think that's a pretty good approach. That way I don't have to go live.
Yeah, exactly. I love that anyway because it's saving your time. But also, it's so much more than that because think about yourself as the customer, okay? Think about how you feel when you see something really exciting and it's like a training that you really want to know how to do something. Would you rather wait until it's going to go live in a webinar, a month or 2 weeks from now, and then get constant reminders and all of this stuff that, hey, don't miss it, don't miss it, don't miss it. And then you finally, you, you join the thing and whatever, and then you're getting sold to, right? Is that better? Or would you rather be like, oh, here's a free training I'm interested in, and then you opt in and it's immediately available?
You
It's
had me at hello.
right. I feel like that too. I think it's just kind of annoying to just get constant. And then what about the people who are like, I don't even remember signing up for this. So just stop, just cancel, unsubscribe. I don't even want to, I don't even really like, I don't remember signing up. Must be a spam email or whatever. Do not disturb on the text because they don't even remember signing up for it. So I just feel
Exactly.
like I'm an instant person. I want to know. If I'm being promised a training, I just want it right now. I don't want to have to wait.
Yeah, that really changes my perspective because there's a lot of stuff that could happen during the live webinar. A lot of stuff. Your computer could go up, your internet goes down. Some people may not show up. Some people just, and you click the wrong thing. Really stupid. But
Mhm.
if I create a webinar, record it, and just put it on the community and say, hey, if you want to know about this, just go get it. I
Mhm.
think that would be a better result.
Yeah.
It'd be immediate. I don't have to wait for that one day that my voice has to be right. I have no car accidents and stuff like that. It's already in the
Yeah.
community. Go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I
really
like that
the
approach.
power is in the follow-up. So even if they watch the training and then let's say they do sign up and then they get instant access and then they don't watch the whole video. That's okay because it really doesn't matter. Our goal is always to, of course, send them emails and say, "Hey, did you check out the video? Did you have any questions?" Da, 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 da. And then, "Hey, I just added this new training to the community and it's about whatever is related to that person and their pain points, just like the initial reason that they signed up. So now here's another training. So even if they didn't watch the first one, now they're going back into the community to watch the second one and then they'll watch the first one again. So now it's like this is what I love so much about the community is that you can keep sending people back there. And every time they receive an email from you about something else you added to the community, that tells them, like, whoa, this is a really valuable resource. They're always adding really helpful things that I'm interested in. So maybe I want to spend a little bit more time digging around, watching these videos, and then maybe I'm going to reach out to Manolo because if someone is doing that, they're obviously a very hot lead and they've done this whole process themselves. You didn't have to do a demo. You didn't have to do the webinar like you're talking about. They have literally walked through the entire sales process in an automated way without ever speaking to you.
Yeah, and two things. Number one, I don't have to give in so many goodies so they come to the freaking webinar. And I give this up and I give them this. And then it's just an emergency. They can always come back and see the rest of the webinar. I like
Yeah.
that approach. I think I'm gonna go totally for that. Just direct people to the community to see the webinar.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a new member, and I say they could see some other videos and get attracted by them. Thank you.
Mm.
Appreciate it. Going for that.
Yep, you're welcome. Gotta love that community. You guys have anybody else have any questions or anything they want to add or discuss? Did you have any?
Forgive me if you've already covered this week, but not all of us are going to have exactly the same model as you, with the free community being around high level and services related to it, and then promoting themselves into the paid community by signing up as an affiliate. Or
So it
paying
doesn't
for the
have to be an
system.
affiliate. It can be the same exact process if it's your own white label brand. Same exact process.
Yeah. My question is around the language or strategies, I suppose, because I think your customer path to the paid version is pretty obvious and clear cut, but other versions of this, I'm just wondering about how to get them out of the paid community, out of the free community into the paid community.
It's the exact same process. We're inviting them to the free community. That's where the training is. We're showing them how to use tools. If they want the tools, they need to become a paid member.
Okay.
I think
I'm
you're
having trouble finding fault with this system, Bridget.
I know. I love it. And that's really it. I mean, it's just that simple. So for you, Keith, when you have, real estate agents, their pain points, you're saying, "Hey, I just created a training to show you how you can use AI to create your social media content." Then they join the training, they see you doing that. The training is cool. They can see you, using AI to create the social media posts. And obviously, if they've opted in, they're interested in using AI to create their social media posts. That's why they opted in for the training now, and they don't know how to do it. Again, that's why they're opting in for the training. Now they see you doing it. So now you've positioned yourself as an authority who knows about these things. And they see the tool that you're using because you're showing them how to use it. So now they're like, I need that tool. Sign up with your white label brand or high level, however you decide to position it. Now they're a paid member in your paid community.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Yeah. All right. You guys have any other questions? Martina says she's speechless.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, I know everybody in our normal group is sitting here like, why is Martina quiet? Martina's mind is blown because again, you are walking us through exactly what we need. And, I'm just sitting here like, yet again, I'm getting ready to have a pleasantly sleepless weekend because I plan to dial in, focus in, and get it done. I'm so excited about the fact that you're giving us access to tools like myself as a brander can go in and edit for my particular niche. So thank you again for that, for always providing value. This is once again absolutely mind blowing and amazing.
Yay. Isn't it? So it's like, I know that we all want to get to a point where we're not working on the weekends, but it's different working on the weekends because you have to, because you're stressed out, because you're overwhelmed. It's totally different when you're working the weekend because you're inspired.
Because you're inspired,
Yeah.
excited, and you want to, because you have to get certain things done to be able to continue to provide value and help other people. get through their struggles or they're stuck or they're whatever. But yeah, I'm excited about the weekend to get, like I say, pleasantly sleepless. Like I tell you all the time, I'm positively overwhelmed, and that is a good thing.
Yeah. I like to call it inspired. Because that's it's
Say that
better.
one more time.
I'm sorry.
Say that one more time.
I like to call it inspired rather than overwhelmed because it's really
Yeah,
so true.
okay.
It's a totally different mindset when you're like, man, because my husband will tell me if I'm working on the weekend, like, oh, are you behind or something? What's happening? And I'm like, I'm inspired. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll leave you alone. Because he's just trying to be concerned, like, why are you working? And I'm like, I'm inspired. Oh, okay. Andrew, how are you today?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Bridget, maybe we touched this some time ago, but in regards to your recording, you just open your laptop and do, or what's your setup like? Because I'm
Um,
really trying to be doing these trainings. I do have what's that recording software again?
Zoom
No,
or OBS or Descript?
no, man. The one that the owner came by last year,
Oh, Dub.
Dub. Is Dub
It doesn't.
suitable for doing that?
I think the
Or
video
Loom?
quality. I think the video quality is not that great on Dub. What I would say, it doesn't matter what you use, to be honest. I mean, you could use Loom, you could use Zoom, you could use OBS, you could use SendSpark, you could use. I think every computer has like a little snipping tool that you could use to record videos on your screen. So there's so many things you could use. It doesn't really matter what you choose. It's just more about like what's easier for you. You know, what can you use that's not going to like prevent you from
Take all my
creating?
time,
Yeah.
you know.
Here's my fear, and this is why I say that. Don't say, I'm going to use OBS because Bridget says OBS is the best quality. And I do say that it is true. You can hardly get a better quality when you're recording with anything other than OBS and it's free. Now, having said that, OBS is a beast to learn. It's not
We
that
can get
intuitive.
distracted.
Yes. And
I
then
know
what
OBS
happens
says
is,
by
yeah,
training.
what ends up happening is you say, I'm going to use OBS because it's the best. And then it takes you a month to like even get the basics down. And then 2 months later, you're finally recording your first video. Don't do that. Just
Yeah.
use Zoom, use whatever it is that you can get a video done.
Yeah. So specifically now, what I want to do is my tabs at the top, I want to be out of the video. And secondly, what tool do you use to do the blurs? Because sometimes to demonstrate, you need to use a live account to really show the power. So I bought one from AppZoomer, but what it does, I don't know, but it doesn't, it just shows it's not very easy to use. It's
Is
not
it
user
called?
friendly.
Yeah, I think we probably have the same one. It's called like Blur Web or something like that. Because I
Yes,
got
that
one.
same one.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah. The problem with that is, I mean, it works great, but the problem is it will either blur all the screen or like a section of the screen, and then you have to like move those things around to get it to it's not very good when you're live. But I do
you know,
have an extension through HL Pro Tools. Let me show you here. If you have HL Pro Tools, one of the
I
things.
do.
Yes. So if you go up here to your click your icon, you'll see privacy mode, and you see I have it in privacy mode now, and you can't see my contacts here.
So where you click?
It's as long as you have their system installed into your HighLevel account and you click your little icon up here, you'll see privacy mode right here.
Oh, I'm mobile. I'm on my mobile. So I can't check, but what plan though? Is it on all their plans?
Yeah, I think it's on all their plans. It's just part of their like the theme
Tool
builder.
set.
Yeah. When you're
Okay, then I
using
check
the
that out then.
yeah.
Because that's been a problem when I wanted to start that tool there, it was just a disaster.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. The other alternative to that is you would have to like either use Blur Web, which like we just discussed isn't that convenient, and then pre-recording the video and then blurring all of that out after the fact. And honestly, Descript, I use that and love it, but it does not have a great blur option. It's like they really don't have one. What I have to do is just create like a white box and put it over what I want to blur out, and it takes a lot of time and it's terrible for that. I don't know why they don't have a blur option. You'd think that would be like a basic thing that you'd have to have, but they don't. Miss Martina.
So yeah, I was just going to co-sign what you were saying about the learning of new tools to make things work. I know I came into your sphere with a background with StreamYard, and I do realize the difference between and the importance of Descript over StreamYard. And I went in and I downloaded Descript, and I was really excited to work in it until I realized exactly what you said about the amount of time it would take to master it. Wow, the platform is beautiful and I'm excited about it. Just like I was talking to Andrea yesterday, I will transition to it because I see the value in it. But right now, what you've taught us with using what you know to go ahead and get yourself where you need to be, get yourself profitable, get yourself excelling moving forward before you add another tool just because we see you using it. But the beautiful thing about it, we see, and as long as we're taking notes, we know exactly where to go and get that training when we're ready to transition to the next step. And so I think that's really crucial for all of us to understand, and all of us that are watching, is you are not the the specialist that says, go get my tools. You're the specialist that says, here's how I use my tools. So when you're ready, the training's already here, but use what you know so that you can get done what you need to get done before you move to the next level. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and you might not use Descript right now, and maybe let's say next year you get to a point where you're like, okay, now I need all the things that Descript offers. I might be using a brand new tool. They might come out with something that is so beyond Descript that I'm compelled to go ahead and get the new tool. So this is also another reason. It's like, unless you need it, don't worry about it. It's just extra money. More money adds more stress, because now we know that's another expense that we have every single month. We have to get another client, and we have to, it's like just takes out of our profits, which always, if you have a 90% profit margin, you're not stressed about adding a new tool. If you have a 20% profit margin, you're like, I can't take on one more tool. It's just
And you tell us to use it for the case study for what we're using it for. Just like I think you had a legacy tool that you archived or retired inside of your system. But the beauty was that you showed us how you used it, how it all worked for you, and then how you transitioned even from that to another, and provided people who even come into your realm now who see it, we maybe think, oh my goodness, she has this training on it, let me use it. And you're like, yes, the training is here, but I no longer offer this portion of it. But yes, all the training is here. You'll be able to use it to your level of expertise, but I'm now using this. And I think that's really good, that not only do you train us on what you have used, what it did work or how it does work, but what's next.
Yeah, because I'm a live person and I'm creating training 5 days a week. And this is why I was discussing just yesterday in open office hours, someone was asking about why I don't put all of my training on YouTube, or why I don't keep all of the training. And I used to do that when I first got started. I kept every training that I did. And honestly, until recently, I did all of that. But the thing is, it's like things change so often that if you do that, if you keep track of those videos, there has to be a point where you go back and you delete some because they're outdated. So I would rather just make sure all of my standard courses are up to date, and then just provide my own live support every day. Because it's like I said to this person, if you want to know how to do something, would you rather me send you to, 50 tutorial videos that you can sift through and hope that you get the answer to your question? Or would you rather just join me during open office hours and ask me and I can just show you?
Facts.
Yep. Miss Andrea, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I just found a gem that I want to share with everybody that actually can blur out. Do screen recording and you can blur it out. Let me show you. Here, this is the from extension. Yeah, let me share.
Are you sharing your screen?
I am now.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Okay. So yeah, this extension, I just blurred out all of this using this little icon. And then you just hit record.
Did you have to like manually blur that out?
I just did manually.
Oh.
But you can do that before you do your recording.
That's it's kind of like how Blur Web is. That's what Andrew and I were talking about. It's
Mhm.
just it gets hard when you're like going from screen to screen. So here's an example. Or you're moving around in the screen, which that one looks better than Blur Web. But here's an example, like with
Yeah, it
the
looks better than Blur Web.
yeah,
When she moves, it's at
yeah,
least it's not as bad.
that's what I noticed too.
Let's
What I
see.
love about the extension with HO Pro Tools is if you click on to blur the private information, it blurs out all the contacts, but then when you click into a contact and you go into their profile, it still maintains the blur of the privacy information. So I can go to a contact that everything's blurred, click there, open up the profile, and then their email's automatically still blurred and their name and all of that stuff. So that does
Yeah.
definitely help with like a live demo that you're doing. But I think that definitely is better than Blur Web
Yes.
showing.
Because
And then
when
you
you
have the
click off
ability
of
to
it,
record.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you click off of it, it just everything just like disappeared. All the blur. So you gotta be careful, but um hmm, yeah, just found this it might help. This is free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
It
that are
looks
asking
better.
about it in the chat, she did put the link to the extension in the chat there if you guys want to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bridget. The thing is, I think I've wasted time because all of those rabbit holes that I've gone down in GHL, I should have been recording them. I really should have been recording them and then edit to where I found the solution, and then I speak about what not to do.
Yeah, you could. Well, you know, Martina knows I talk about it all the time. I'm a huge advocate of recording everything that you do because it all becomes either a training or an SOP or just maybe just for your own knowledge to say, this is how long this took me to do this for this particular client. Or if they question, you know, what you're charging, say, I just want to show you just a little clip of what this involves for me to have to do this. There's so much value that comes from recording that. Or if you run into a tech problem, you know, you don't have to then recreate the video again. So if you're trying something and you're like, I don't know if this is going to work or whatever, or let's say that you're recording yourself doing something and it doesn't work out, and then you have a question about it, then you can send that video to someone and say, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. Here's the problem I'm running into. You know, it just saves a lot of time. So yeah, really, really cool to record. Do you guys have any questions or anything else you want to talk about? All right, it is 3 o'clock. Man, time flies when you're having fun. I haven't even done the wheel yet, so I need to make sure that I'm getting all your names here so that we can spin the wheel. And for those of you who are new, if you join every Friday, you get to get your name on the wheel here and we'll spin it. And then whoever wins gets a free private consultation with me. And that is my way of rewarding you guys who give me your time and you show up on Fridays. And I always love to reward action takers. So I have get Maria in here, Miss Martina, Sandy. All right. So if I do not call your name, let me know. I'm going to share my screen here. All right. So we have Manola, Andrea, Andrew, Frankie, Keith, Maria, Martina, and Sandy. Did I miss anyone? Going once? Twice? Okay, here we go. Manola. All right. You haven't won in a while.
Cha-ching. Yeah.
Yay. I'll send you the link when we're done here.
Well,
So
thank you.
close. So close.
I know.
I'm sitting here with my fingers, toes, and eyes crossed. I'm like,
Well, see, what's cool is because you showed up today, I mean, you had really good odds here. There's 8 of you. So it's like 1 in 8 chance of getting a free private consultation. So definitely pays to show up. And I know there's a few people who they're always winning them, like Frankie and Maria, always win. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you all on Monday. I hope you have an excellent weekend. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.